So we're sitting here discussing whether or not my husband should get a haircut because he's really long-haired now. I'm exceptionally long. It's like down to my belly button now. I absolutely need a haircut. He won't do a cameo appearance. He's standing there. I said, show yourself, but he won't. So we're going to talk about Progessence Plus because this is what helps me not freak out on him all the time or wake up in the middle of the night in a pool of my own sweat. Delightful. He's laughing at me. No joke though. I wrote about this on my wall the other day as a guessing game and everyone was like, what is the little clear bottle with the pink and gold label? Well, this is it. So this is something that, you know, some of you have to be careful with because this can help your body become more pregnant, is there such a thing, more pregnant, but it can help you conceive because it helps your body produce the right amount of hormones. It helps to regulate hormones, right? So this has DHEA in it, and it also has progenolone, and that, no, just the DHEA. I'm thinking about PD8020. So this is one of those things that is really helpful in a way that is odd. And why I say odd is because all the research that you'll do online says that this is a myth. That using topical DHEA is a myth. And basically it's derived from wild yam and created into this precursor hormone, DHEA, that helps our hormones to work properly. I can sit there and laugh at all of that documentation online because of the thousands upon thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not more, testimonials that say, hands down, this has changed my world. And I would say the same, for real. Like, I've only had 2 major night sweats, but recently I started waking up just kind of hot, and then I was freezing, and then like during the day I get like hot, and then I'm like super cold, and I'm like, you know, sitting there and Tim's like, I'm sweating, it's so hot, and I'm like, oh, it's freezing. And then the opposite, he'd be like, why is it so cold in here? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like so hot. And I'm always the one that's cold all the time. So for him, he's been sort of laughing at me, so to speak, saying like, really, Jen? Okay, so I want to share with you how I use this and what Young Living has said based on newer research how to use it. All right, how most of us use this, and I'm just going to show, okay? I know, some of you, I just got my bottle this month. Yay, Wendy. And Tim's watching, right? One of my members, which I love it, William Haddad is on, and I love it that he's watching this because this is for women. Guys, you won't want to use this. But I'm going to put a drop on my inner elbow and then take my wrist and rub it down about halfway. Okay, that's one. Then I'm going to do the same over here, inner elbow, and then rub it down about halfway. So now what has happened is I've got it on both wrists and the full forearm. Okay, so that's one area. I used to do 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop. So then I'll take 1 drop and put it here, like right over my thyroid. Okay, how many of you ladies have done this? And this is how you were taught. Okay, couple things. One, new research has shown, this is from Young Living, from their research and development team, that when you're using a hormone, something that you're rubbing on, it's important to kind of mix up the site that you're rubbing it on because you can get what's called a hormone pooling effect. Okay, so it won't be as effective, or it would be maybe too much because it's just building up there. So have I stopped doing this? No, but I've started doing other areas, okay? And so what I mean by that is I will take more. So I've learned that for me, 5 or 6 drops morning and night is most beneficial. You can rub this on your ankles, okay? Some people will say just your inner ankles. I'm sort of, again, lazy girl, I just like rub it on, okay? But another really great way that I've been using it is on my face. So at night, I'll go through my whole regimen and I'll put my face serum on, and then I'll sit back in the bed and I'll put my drop of lavender in my belly button, and then I'll take my Progessence Plus and take several drops and just rub it on my face. Okay, it's another way to use it, and it's great in face creams, and it says that on the bottle, but I've never really done that until. Sorry, hopefully that came back. I had a call coming in. I need to use about 5 to 6 drops of this morning and night, and that's what I find to be effective for me. So each of you will find your own thing. I know some people have said, I've tried it and it didn't work, and I asked them how they've been using it, and they just say they're using like 1 drop a day. Not gonna work for you, sister, okay? A minimum of 3 drops a day, twice a day, so 6, right? So 1 on your forearm, 1 on your other forearm, 1 on over your thyroid, twice a day, morning and night. If you're just using 1 drop, you're not gonna, that's not right. So just know that you've got to be consistent with this as well. This helps with those kind of crazy fluctuations in temperature when you're going through perimenopause, right? But it also is really helpful for night sweats. I haven't had another one since the first 2 I had months and months ago. It was like last year. And also we just have to remember that this is going to help with some of the moodiness that we experience when we're going through that. So I'm in it. I'm 46 years old. I started last year. You know, just kind of what has happened in using this though is it has regulated everything. So I'm just like curious because I know some women who are going through menopause, this puts you back on a regular cycle. So be aware of that. You know, if you know you're going through menopause, don't feel like that's a license to have sex openly and not protect yourself, right? Like really think that through, because this is putting your cycle back in order. And it's one of the things that was able to get Mary was able to get pregnant twice, older in age, right? So we have to be aware of that. And it's what a lot of women use if they're having a hard time conceiving when they're younger. So this is just a situation where when we're trying to balance our hormones and trying to balance the effects of our hormones, sometimes it's regulating so well that it's putting our hormones back into a younger age, right? You know, and clearly we only have a certain number of eggs, but what's interesting is it just allows things to run a little healthier. So I just encourage you guys to remember that and consider your own health and wellness. I will say if anything, you know, another one, if you're dealing with crazy mood swings, Femigen is one of my go-tos, and just doing half of that. So doing 1 capsule a day and trying to see how that's going to regulate you, and then moving to 2 if you need it. The normal is like 2 and 2, like 4 a day. So just, you know, it's a very inexpensive way to work with your hormones and help regulate your hormones. But I will say Young Living has some of the most powerful hormone supplements on the market, this one just being one of our serums, okay? So it's just really fun, and I encourage you guys, if you're just having a hard time, especially through the summer with the freezing and then hot and then freezing and then hot, to try it, be consistent. As far as taking a break, there's no need to take a break, but they do recommend breaking up the site that you're putting it on. So that means if you're doing your forearms every day for 30 days, next month try your face every day for 30 days, next month try your ankles every day for 30 days, like that kind of consistency. So just that's the new recommendation from Young Living. So up to you, but I encourage you guys to try this for sure. It's awesome. I just had so many comments on my post, so my post last week, or this last week, right? Just this couple days ago on my wall. So I encourage you guys to check it out. You can read my story if you want to. It's over there on my main just profile wall. It's facebook.com/Jen O'Sullivan. I often do a lot of fun stories on that page. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.